What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Blue Blood Sports TV, back at y'all with another one. So, undefeated, two-division world champion, currently the WBC reigning middleweight world champion, superstar boxer, Jermall Lions Only Charlo, is looking to get back in the ring already before the year's out. You got it. He just fought September 26th against Sergey Derevyanchenko in a hard-fought victory. He won pretty much all the rounds. You could give Sergey Derevyanchenko maybe 2-3 rounds at most. It was a tough, dominant performance, right? But with that said, he's looking to get back in the ring before the year is up and face, get this, only another champion. He says that his brother, Jermall Charlo, two-time junior middleweight world champion, currently the unified WBC, IBF, WBA, IBO, Ring Magazine, Lineal, junior middleweight world champion, Jermall Lions Only Charlo. He did so by beating Jason Rosario on the very same card that Jermall Charlo was on. So Jermall Charlo is saying it must be unification season. It's unified season. You know, another great friend of his, undefeated, unified, WBC, IBF, welterweight world champion, superstar boxer, Earl of True Spence Jr., holds multiple belts. And now Jermall Charlo says he wants to hold multiple belts before 2020 is over. So he says that he's looking to get back in the ring in a unification bout only. He doesn't want any interim fights. He don't want any tune-ups. He just wants a unification bout before 2020 is over with. He wants to go into 2021 as a unified world champion, just like Errol Spence and just like his identical twin brother, Jermall Charlo. Now, to do so, there's a limited amount of champions. There's 4 champions. There's undefeated, two-division world champion, middleweight superstar boxer, WBO, middleweight world champion, Demetrius Andrade. Then you have Murata, right? He is, I believe, the WBA champion. And then you have Canelo Alvarez, who was the WBA super champion, right? So there's a limited amount of champions for Jermall Charlo to choose from, right? To become unified in the division. So there's a limited amount. So, and everybody fights on different networks. That's the tough part, right? The tough part is that everybody fights on different networks and different platforms. So trying to get everybody or one of these guys on board in short notice is going to be very, very difficult because we're talking about he has to do so in December to be unified going into next year. You understand? So you're talking about, we are October 1st today. So he has to negotiate with by next week, right? To become, a champion. Then you have IBF. I missed IBF, former unified two-time middleweight world champion, GENNADY Triple G Golovkin, who fights on DAZN, who's co-promoted by Matchroom. Then you have Demetrius Andrade, who fights on DAZN, who's co-promoted by Matchroom. Then you have Murata. He's a WBA world champion. He fights for a top rank at ESPN. Then you have Canelo Alvarez, who's going through lawsuits, right? And taking DAZN, Matchroom, and Golden Boy to court. So obviously he's off the table. He's not going to be available for a mega showdown like that in December. That's not going to happen. Like I said, Murata, he fights on Top Rank. Are they going to be willing to put this on? I think that would be the easiest route. He's not going to get Canelo Alvarez. The possibility of him getting Demetrius Andrade should be, the case. GENNADY Golovkin is going to fight, I believe, November 21st. Let me make sure that's correct. But if I'm not mistaken, GENNADY Golovkin is looking to fight November 21st against his mandatory Serge Ramada, who is not even being pushed to face his mandatory, but that's the route that GENNADY Golovkin is going. So that lets you know November, GENNADY Golovkin is not going to be available. Canelo Alvarez is not going to be available. Demetrius Andrade is available, and you have Murata who's available. I think that he could land, the possibility of landing Murata maybe, higher than landing Demetrius Andrade. But the bigger fight would be Demetrius Andrade and Jermall Charlo, obviously, two undefeated guys, two division world champions. This makes all the sense in the world. They have a storyline history. This been talked about. Demetrius Andrade fighting one of the Charlos. He was scheduled to fight Jermall. He pulled out because he didn't like the contract. He didn't like what he was receiving after signing it. He decided to do a bow face. That didn't bowl over well with the Charlos. So, they questioned doing business with Demetrius Andrade after that. So is that a possibility? Is that the fight he could land? Like I said, Demetrius Andrade doesn't have a fight. So you have to subtract GENNADY Golovkin, who has a fight coming up November 21st. He's not going to be ready, obviously, in December. So you could do away with him. You scratch him off the list. Canelo Alvarez is taking the zone, Matchroom, and Golden Boy to court. So he's in a court system. He's in a court battle. So you could pretty much, and then we're already in October. So you could pretty much scratch him off the list, right? And that leaves, like I said, Murata and Demetrius Andrade. Neither one of them has a fight scheduled. They both fight on separate networks than Jermall Charlo. One is on DAZN and promoted by Matchroom with Eddie Hearn. Eddie Hearn said that he offered Jermall Charlo $7 million. He didn't take it, so on and so forth. Who knows what's going on with that? And then Murata, who fights on Top Rank at ESPN. Are they willing to do a fight? That should be, I think the route of going, both of these routes should be not too difficult to make the fight. Obviously, Demetrius Andrade is a bigger fight, so there's, more hurdles to overcome in negotiations with Demetrius Andrade on short notice. It's a big fight. Can this fight be made for the end of December? Possibly. Is it a pay-per-view card? Jermall Charlo just did a successful pay-per-view. Is this pay-per-view? Who knows? It takes a lot more to make the fight with Demetrius Andrade than it will with Murata. So he's looking to make a big fight, but only with one of the champions because he says it's unification season and he's looking to unify. But that's all I got for y'all. Drop a comment in the comment section. Let me know what y'all think. Y'all already know what it is. It's your boy Blue, Blue Blood Sports TV. Hate, like, comment, and subscribe. You haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the bell icon to get all the new notifications. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, all one word. Y'all already know what it is. Shout out to the entire LDBC. Shout out to New Media. Shout out to Black Media Raw. Make sure you like and share these videos. Who do you think Jermall Charlo will land or should fight? Let me know. Peace.